Hello again, everyone. This is the intuitive patterns for the month of November 2015. Yes, I'm putting this out a little bit early. Part of the reason is that I will be going on a spiritual retreat, and I think it's a good idea for pretty much everybody to take one of these in the fall if you possibly can, even if that's just to go outside and to sit in nature and be in the stillness and talk to the animals and feel into a deeper rhythm and pattern that is more organic and less associated with your mind. So, does it feel as if the world is spinning out of control, or more specifically, out of your control? You are definitely not alone. There are undercurrents and patterns of perception that are breaking down and being destroyed in order for you to find your own center and your own true energetic potential. If I look at the numerology and I add 11-1, 2015. 2015 is an 8, and then you have a 1 and a 1 and a 1. And so that is going to be an 11, or what we call an 11-2. I would definitely focus on the 11 and try to minimize the impact of the 2. The 2 is the number of negative mind or critical mind. And if you allow this part to run amok, you'll be caught in a world of duality, and you will be noticing all the inconsistencies, and you'll be noticing where everyone is messing up, including yourself. And you can use your mind as a weapon against yourself. And I like to have the mind be a tool of the soul, not actually control the energy of the soul. So instead, we want to turn it into an 11. An 11 is a transcendent number. It's a cosmic consciousness number. It's a number where you see things from an overview place, a higher perspective. You start to see things from an inclusive standpoint rather than an exclusive standpoint. So you can see the differences between the 2 and the 11. The 11 is associated with meditation and spirituality and metaphysics and consciousness and non-dual thinking and all of the things that take you out of the small I or the small me and into like that bigger awareness of what is. So the repeating theme is the Justice or the Judgment card. Typically this card is the goddess Mot, and she is standing on her tippy toes with the sword of truth, and she's got the alpha and the omega signs balancing out the scales, and she's blindfolded because justice is blind. So I want to bring that up because you will feel a little bit blind this month. You want justice, you're seeking that balance, but it's a very precarious balance. You're very precariously perched on your tippy toes, trying to kind of be at the beginning and at the end at the same time. And you're kind of at the whim of karma. I always say legal systems have nothing to do with always what's right and wrong. They actually have to do with karma and karmic consequences that sometimes you don't even know what they are. So I kind of expect a backlash of karmic experiences that are threatening to topple the precarious balances that you feel like you have in your life. So when you are in control, we say the Wheel of Fortune card is in charge, and the mechanisms are visible and understandable. Like if you pull on the wheel here, the wheel's going to shift like this. And your work is rewarded and idleness is not, and there seems to be a clear order to the cause and effect of karma. But now, this month, November, we are in the grasp of the justice energy, and justice sometimes has an invisible and remote way of enforcing karma. I can tell you for myself, it feels like the universe is saying, you're going this way, you don't get to wiggle, you don't get to make a decision, this is where you're going. And so you almost feel like, you know, there is only one door, there is only one direction. And so this month there are going to be moments when it feels like there's no obvious logic, no apparent cause, yet only the effects are seen. You will feel as if all actions have an equal and opposite reaction. So you want to be really careful with that. So you are aiming to go this direction, but all of a sudden you get an outcome that is this direction. And so you're going to feel like there's this desire for you to recognize the balance that is required in understanding of the opposites of polarity within you. So if you are overly focused in one area, then this other area is going to kind of whack you on the side of the head and wake you up. So it is a time to find the balance of the conscious and the subconscious parts of the mind. Think of it like the balance of the sun and the moon. You are the balance of nature and cosmic harmony. So again, the Egyptian goddess Ma'at, which is where we get this archetype and symbol of justice, which is universal on the planet, she weighs the hearts of men carefully against the feather of truth to test their goodness on earth and their right to eternal life. So this month, you're going to feel tested by the fates of karma. The balances or imbalances in your life will reveal themselves to you. There is a potential debt to pay in order to find where you are in correct action or where you are in a place of guilt because of incorrect action or of omission. Take a look backwards and see how one choice led to another and how that has arrived you at your present circumstance. For some of you, this could feel like, yikes, a dire warning. For others of you, this might feel like a reassurance, like, wow, okay, I have been paying attention and I have been moving forward. And remember, you can take all things and all events both ways. It becomes your choice as to how you twist the facts into the perspective of plain pain or pleasure. As it comes to myself, I really just don't believe there's any way to do anything incorrectly. I believe that we make certain choices in order to awaken certain parts of ourselves and to remember things or to remember lessons or to get tools that we're going to need at a later time. So I don't feel like any of us are really doing anything wrong. I think that we are unraveling our karma in the best possible way we could understand. So this month, the cards that I have are predator medicine cards of snake, owl, and hawk. And in the forefront is this reminder that there are forces afoot that require you to have a keen sense of awareness. You are being asked to keep your eyes sharp and look ahead to the situations that are looming in the distance. Life sometimes requires a strong sense of presence in the moment to be able to move and shift with the changing circumstances. You are moving towards the winter and the direction of reflection and review. It's time to become more in tune with the rhythms of your own inner silences. The universe is asking for your life to become simple. Simplicity is hard. Simplicity is arduous because to be simple costs everything that you have. Often you have to lose all to be simple. It is time to find your own heart and to let that heart sing in the voice of connection to the universe. You are in actuality boundaryless. By its very nature, life and existence cannot have a boundary. Look at what you have settled on and recognize where you are not content. Contentment allows you to remain small, but you are bigger than that. Your smallness is how your own mind has imposed a limitation upon your freedom and upon your unlimited potential. But you have moments to be brave and do what seems opposite to being small. All you have to do is be still. Sometimes stillness feels small, but it actually isn't at all. Stillness allows you to go deeper. It allows you to drop into the vast limitlessness of your essence. It allows you to see and feel the power within your formless potential. So this month, do not look outside for the answer. Simplify, slow down, move into the stillness, feel and move from that place of stillness into the boundaryless potential that is stirring within. This type of energy you cannot grasp and hold on to from your ego. You have to slow down, move within the rhythm of your organic essence as it is aligned with the much larger force, life force potential that surrounds all things. Have a great month.